Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we have three-minute rounds of flyweight Muay Thai. Number 1, Nguyen Tran Duy Nhat. And introducing his opponent out of the red corner, Johan Jojo Ghazali.
We are underway flyweight Muay Thai here at 167.
You can already see that Nguyen's keeping that guard very high, expecting the explosive punches, deceptive in going to the head, but then really ultimately targeting the body and just shutting down their internal organs.
Well, Mitch, it is evident that Nguyen is going to have to deal with some heavy artillery coming from Johan Ghazali.
There's one of the shots already. Straight right hand, right to the body.
Choke!
Chopping at the legs. That lead leg attack is going to be important for Nguyen.
This job of walking backwards, seeing Ghazali now just kind of overcommit right there on some punches. He'll have to be careful doing that, just keeping his guard tight on the way out. But Nguyen's doing a good job of staying on his game.
There's a front kick there by Nguyen. Ghazali looking to close the distance.
There's a nice little roundhouse kick thrown by Ghazali to get that guard up again. Look for Jojo to go to the body, and he does with a jab.
Look at that, Ghazali pounding his head as to say, come on, bring it.
Well, they clashed heads there, and Nguyen's got to do a better job. He circled off that time, but he can't come up to this cage.
We're just over the halfway mark of the first round.
Nguyen's still looking a bit stiff, a little bit tight and rigid in his movement. He needs to get loose, he needs to start flowing out there, letting those shots go. Disguise that high kick as he catches a body shot. Enters into the
1-minute mark in the first.
We're seeing a different style from Ghazali here a little bit. He's typically has not thrown not as many jabs as he normally does this time. Leading with kicks, leading with a lot of the power shots.
Nguyen seems to be a bit affected by a left hook on the top of the head of Nguyen. Big right hand there by Ghazali.
The high double forearms guard that Nguyen's tried to utilize to protect using those big shots. His body is wide open. And Ghazali is trying to swing for the fences. These guys are trading inside the impact.
Circle wall. Ghazali's got to be careful. When you swing big, you miss big. You leave yourself open. That is what Nguyen specializes in, is finding those openings.
And we've seen Ghazali in the past, especially on the Friday fights. He tries to end you with every single shot. So he kind of gets thrown off balance when he throws those big punches.
I don't know where the second round is going to go.
But Nguyen is matching the pace. He's not getting wilted under this pressure as Ghazali connects with a nice little second rear hand right there. Continues on the pressure, egging on Nguyen, trying to engage in that firefight.
Let's see if Nguyen spinning back fist that misses. Mitch, if you were Nguyen, what would you like to see out of him?
I want to see him utilize that jab, especially as Ghazali starts throwing that head kick without any kind of setup. And that's one of his best weapons. But he usually did after they've been hurt to the leg.
Nguyen's got to be careful here because he's starting to plant his feet, and you got to be careful with an explosive athlete. We saw this with his Stukanon as well. Ghazali has the ability to kind of, it's like throwing an off-speed pitch. He has the ability to slow himself down.
Well, so far, Nguyen is not going away against Johan Ghazali, but Ghazali understands the power that Nguyen possesses. There's a right hand that lands for Nguyen.
And Nguyen's also starting to muscle the youngster around a little bit. You know, he's twice as old as to force them to get back up. But Nguyen's okay to do that. He's pushing back as well, conditioning, as he chops the legs right there. That's an important weapon. Keep going that leg, Nguyen.
Rich, could it be a case that Ghazali is a bit frustrated? That was the second time he sort of went ahead, and he has some theatrics to get into a firefight.
100% that's what he's doing, because you've seen he kind of rubbed off his chin. He took a page out of Raltang's book after Nguyen landed a good right on the cheek, and then he did the same thing there, like come to the center of the ring after Nguyen landed another solid punch, and Ghazali's trying to suck him into that sloppy game.
And it's very important for Nguyen not to fall for that. You know, he's got a stake and that Ghazali hurts so many people with. But Ghazali's also starting to headhunt. He needs to go back down to the body and set up those headshots.
Yeah, we've seen that beautiful shovel hook, that real tight shovel hook that he throws. really kind of let off the gas on that one. I like what Nguyen has done with the few elbows that he's throwing. Ghazali's so overly aggressive. He should start utilizing those elbows on the inside more.
That was a big head kick there by Nguyen. 1 moments of the second. And we are on the way to battle between these two.
There's Nguyen firing on the entry. Nguyen being like, come on, I'm here with you. Jojo's like, come on, walk to the center. Come on, let's go toe-to-toe. Here's Nguyen exchanging with Ghazali. Ghazali steps off, throws a beautiful little chopping leg kick, but he gets stumbled back a little bit. Nguyen's doing a good job of standing his ground and engaging in the war. In the judge's eyes, when you see a fighter coming forward and really trying to engage with his opponent, you know, you just have to give the aggression to the athlete. That's all. But I like the counter strike that comes from Nguyen.
Third and final round between Johan Ghazali and Nguyen Tran Duy Nhat, flyweight Muay Thai. Here at 167.
Nguyen spoke to us earlier this week about having problems with the power that Pulich possessed, and that caused him to hesitate a little bit. And he went back and he worked on that, and he's handling the power of Jojo much better.
That's from Nguyen's shin. You can see the blood streaming down from the shin, so it somehow got cut open. I will say this, that it looks like there's a new...
That's a lapse in this third and final round. Mitch, for Ghazali, what would you like to see him exhibit here in this?
The body, set up those headshots. There he is putting out. And you can see how much emotion Ghazali is swinging with. He's trying to decapitate Nguyen and send his head into the cheap seats here at the Impact Arena. He has to settle down, utilize that jab, set up those body shots.
Center of the circle yet again. As we are nearing the final minute of the fight, Rich.
It's important to note there that Olivier Cross had warned Nguyen for backwards motion, and so that's obviously going to be seen in the judge's eyes.
And Ghazali didn't even take 25 seconds. He said he's ready to go.
Watch out. Ready?
Well, this could be a quote-unquote race to the finish between Johan Ghazali and Nguyen Tran Duy Nhat. Jab there by Ghazali.
Big right hand misses the mark from Ghazali as Nguyen. If Rich is right, and it could be 1-1, it's a very close match, a nice little combination right there.
Yeah, those forward movements, so
Take his win streak to double digits for Nguyen. He is going after the 15th win of his professional career. Final stages of the fight.
This combination landed by Nguyen, and then he immediately went for the low kick to interrupt that forward pressure that was coming back his way. Good fight.
that was a great finishing sequence from Nguyen. It was one of the few times.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Nguyen Tran Duy Nhat.
So a major victory for Nguyen Tran Duy Nhat, getting the 15th win of his career, snapping